Armed robbers take hostages in deadly bank raids in Brazil City. At least 3 people dead and trail of explosive booby traps left across Aracatuba in São Paulo state. A woman wearing a protective face mask walks in front of Banco do Brasil in São Paulo, Brazil. Branches of the bank were targeted in the Aracatuba heists. Photograph, Amanda Parobelli/Reuters. Bank robbers armed with explosives and high-powered rifles have plunged a Brazilian city into terror early Monday, taking civilians hostage and even putting some on their cars while making their escape. Video shared on social media showed a booming shootout and men dressed in black marching hostages down a street in Aracatuba, 320 miles from São Paulo and home to almost 200,000 people. After ransacking at least 2 bank branches, the criminals drove away with hostages on their cars' roofs, clinging on to keep from sliding off. At least 3 people were killed in the clash, including 2 civilians. The brazen attack is the latest in a series of increasingly violent bank heists in Brazil. Experts believe a pandemic welfare program for poorer Brazilians has encouraged robbers to plan bold raids in sleepy regional cities where bank branches are storing more cash. More than 20 heavily armed men carried out the robberies in Aracatuba, using 10 cars, said Alvaro Camilo, the executive secretary of São Paulo's military police. As the gang made their getaway, they also left a trail of explosive booby traps across the city. Camilo urged people not to leave their houses until the explosives have been found and deactivated. There were 2 separate firefights with police, and 3 people died, Camilo said. 2 of the fatalities were local residents, while one of the alleged assailants was also killed. He said another suspect had been injured, and a third was under arrest. There were more than 350 police in the city, using 2 helicopters to track down the attackers, Camilo said, adding that a Banco do Brasil SA branch in Aracatuba was a repository to store cash, something state officials were not aware of. There were 2 similar bank raids on consecutive days in the cities of Cometa and Criciúma in late December. In both cases branches of Banco do Brasil were targeted. Camilo said it was too early to tell where the most recent raid was related to other recent attacks. Brazil has a long history of bank heists and major lenders have struggled with a wave of violent robberies in recent years. Associated Press and Reuters contributed to this report.